war never changes.
Let's be honest, I think we're all a bit worried about the direction of Bethesda's latest Fallout game. They have scrapped the traditional single-player story-driven experience for an online multiplayer one. Instead of entering the wasteland yourself, you now explore the open world alongside other players. No, they don't really have anything to do with you at all if you don't want them to. They can just do their thing and you do yours while you play the game, which is pretty cool and still makes Fallout 76 feel like a traditional Fallout game. However, much of the game's core is missing, which in my time with the game didn't feel like a train smash. Sure, I would love to go about the world meeting interesting people, taking on their great story quests, and making those tough decisions that we had to deal with in Fallout 4, but they're just not in Fallout 76. Fallout 76 has no NPCs. Well, with my time in the beta, I did not come across one, but Bethesda has confirmed that the game is NPC-less. Instead, the game's objectives and missions are handed to you through terminals and notes that you find across the world. The whole idea of the beginning of the game is that the overseer of Vault 76 is missing and you need to track her down by finding clues to her whereabouts through terminals and holotapes she's left behind. It works as it lets you focus on the world around you, but at the same time, NPCs is what makes the series so great in the first place. You always remember those moments with those key characters, and you may never have them in Fallout 76. During my time with the beta, Fallout 76 was feeding me vibes from a load of games on the market. Its public events, which see you and all the players in the area take on larger enemies in intense battles, gave me those Destiny 2 vibes, and its online approach felt very much like the Elder Scrolls Online. I played the beta with 3 friends, and it was pretty chaotic at times as we were all doing our own thing, and the excitement of exploring this beautiful wasteland forced us apart as we all had that one place that we really wanted to explore. Just like Mothman Museum. Loot is also shared across your team, so if you all fight a creature, you'll all get something. If you all find a box, then you'll get the loot inside too. This is a great system that will promote teamwork, as I can guess that a lot of the game's quests may be a little tougher later on in the game. The teamwork system lets you invite players to your, well, team, and this gives them the opportunity to work alongside you and take on your quests. It also allows you to respawn and fast travel to your teammates if you die or get sidetracked, which happens often. Also, keep in mind that everyone's quests are tracked separately, so it would be ideal to have that group of friends that you play the game with all the time. The only thing that can complete all at the same time are the public events that pop up around the game world. There was a refreshing feeling I got when playing Fallout 76. On one hand, I can understand some players' concerns about the online aspect, but on the other, I felt that the world and everything the game does feels so different, and there's so much Fallout here that after an hour you will feel right at home. Killing, looting, and equipping the best gear you have, crafting new weapons that break after a few battles, and exploring the vast towns and forest is everything we love from the series. Setting an objective to only get sidetracked by a curious looking building along the way that leads you to having a hoedown with gun wielding ghouls is so Fallout, and I loved it. The Vat system also works even though time does not slow down anymore. Instead, holding down the Vat button will just highlight the enemy, and all you need to do is fire or use your weapon to benefit from the improved accuracy. Combat in general also feels great while maintaining that Fallout feeling. During the start of the game, you feel weak and helpless as you just left Vault 76 on your journey and you need to find a weapon, improve your armor, and try and survive the world around you. Gunplay is everything you love from the series as you take cover, aim, and shoot those deadly mole rats before they run at you and start gnawing away at your flesh. You then have the camp system, which is a bit confusing to wrap your head around at first. You can take this camp anywhere you want and place it down in a safe zone, and once you've done that you can sit around and build anything your heart desires, as long as you have the right amount of materials of course. The beta did not give me enough time to really gather these materials and build much, but I love the settlement building in Fallout 4 and this seems to be just as awesome. When it comes to performance, we know Bethesda's games are not the most polished and present a range of performance bugs and glitches. The beta was pretty smooth from a performance side, but glitches did happen as expected. Enemies dropped 4 of the same piece of armor, supply drones glitched out in the air and started freaking out, and even opening up the map caused the game to freeze for 5 to 7 seconds before doing what I needed. This is a beta though, so much of this can be overlooked. So, what is Fallout 76 and who is it aimed at? Well, much of today's games have become lifestyle titles where you need to spend a lot of time doing mindless activities to get that perfect gun made or vanity item crafted. Fallout 76 is leaning towards that with its deep crafting system and cap mechanics that will see you crafting the perfect base for you and your friends to sit around a fire and eat some grilled Deathclaw. At its core, it is still a Fallout game and it definitely feels like it. The new mechanics are padding that will add countless hours to the experience. While my time with the beta was short, I can see myself investing hundreds of hours into the game and exploring everything West Virginia has to offer. If my friends are along for the ride then awesome, but if not, I'll just do it solo.